You're listening to Your Magical Midlife, the podcast for women 40 and up. I'm Kate Higgins. I'm a licensed clinical social worker turned coach, and I'm here to be your guide, your friend, and your mentor. I'm here to light your way into your most magical midlife. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Your Magical Midlife. If my sound sounds a little funky, it's because I'm out on a walk. And I'm out on a walk because I am in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and my flight's delayed. And the good thing about the United States, one of the good things, is that there are so many public walking trails. And you can always find a beautiful place to walk when you don't have anything else to do. So I'm really grateful for that. And the reason why I'm popping on to do this episode is because I was supposed to record an episode earlier in the week, and I was just so tired and so exhausted and so fried that I was unable to do so. And so I think the lesson of this week and this time of year is that it's okay to give yourself a fucking break when you need to. I think we're in a culture of overwork and overproductivity and pushing ourselves and achieving and striving and feeling like if you're a business owner or if you have an online business, you have to constantly produce to try to compete with the algorithm or be in the algorithm or whatever. And it's fucking exhausting. It is exhausting. I know that rest is restorative. I know that deep down, but I'm so resistant to resting. I think I've talked about this a couple of times on the podcast, that I really struggle with not doing. And I don't think I'm alone with this. I really don't. I know a lot of people who value or hold up or idealize working yourself to the bone. No pain, no gain. It's a very 80s concept. And it's something that I want to loosen my grip on in 2024. In less than 2 weeks, on January 5th, I will be 53 years old. And while that's really hard to stomach sometimes, and it's disquieting, I can't believe that much time has gone by. It all feels like, at the same time, it feels like I've lived 12 lives. On the other hand, it feels like it's just gone by so fast. And I want to really lean in the next year to easing up on the gas pedal, not working myself till I'm exhausted, not pushing myself so hard. I mean, I pushed myself really hard when I had my corporate job, and it didn't actually get me promoted, which was a shock and insult, even though I know deep down I didn't want to climb the ladder at my corporate job at all. It still hurt my feelings because I know I'm smart and I know I work really, really hard, but it didn't quote unquote pay off, and that's okay. But I'm also finding that since I've been self-employed, I'm falling right back into that overworking trap. And I really have to be mindful of that and maybe put some guardrails around that. Because overachieving, who am I overachieving for? There's no one around who's keeping a score for me. There's no one who's going to give me a grade. There's no one who's going to give me a gold star and tell me I'm a good girl. I mean, my parents didn't do that anyway, but my mother is deceased, and my father, he's just not one for compliments, so I don't know who I am striving to impress when really I should just be taking care of myself. So I'm giving myself permission to record this messy podcast episode as I walk on the Swatara Creek Trail here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, with planes flying over my head. I'm going to get back to my Kia Soul rental car. It's a beautiful rusty orange shade, and it's got me from here to Delaware and Delaware back up here, and foggy conditions. It was like incredibly foggy this morning when I drove up through the hilly countryside, and it was breathtaking. And I didn't know at the time that my flight was so delayed, and if I had known, I would have stopped the car and taken some beautiful photographs. I wish I had known. So I think the lesson that I'm getting today is to stop and rest. The lesson I would like to impart you is to stop and rest. I think we have to take better care of ourselves, especially as we hit 40, 45, 50, 55 and up. It's time to slow down a little bit. There's nothing wrong with slowing down. It doesn't mean that you are missing opportunities. Maybe even you're allowing in opportunities by slowing down, letting the opportunity catch up to you instead of chasing after it. Maybe it's a time of ease, and maybe it's a time of grace, and maybe it's okay to just take a moment to reflect. Like I said in last week's episode, if you listen to it, that we're in the seed time. We're in the dead of winter, and pushing is not the way to go. I don't know why. Well, I guess I could speculate that I grew up in the United States, and my overworking culture is part of being American, or part of being raised in a Catholic family, or part of being raised in a working class family, that it was just push, 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 never call in sick, never take a break, take a vacation once a year, work your 25 years, get your gold watch, get your pension. Ooh, I almost just fell. And, live out the last 20 years you have. Maybe after you can retire, if you can, well, now it's a big if, right? Maybe if you work hard enough, you'll get your gold watch, you'll get your pension, and then you can have fun. Why not have fun now? Why not make time for rest and restoration and fun and joy now? Make the time for it now. Tomorrow isn't even guaranteed to any of us. I mean, it is not. We all have friends who have not even made it to 40. So today I'm going to allow this to be my very imperfect podcast episode. And I'm going to say that my biggest lesson of 2023 was that I'm learning that hitting your head against a glass ceiling is only going to knock you out. And it's great to work hard as long as it's something that you love, but it shouldn't feel like a grind, and it should not feel like hard work. And if it doesn't feel like fun, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And I hope you're not either. So I don't have my tarot cards on me, so no reading for this week. You can watch my Tarot Tuesdays every week on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at You're a Magical Midlife, where I do astrology readings every Monday and tarot every Tuesday and all the other things. And I hope that you have an amazing New Year's Eve. I hope that you do something that feels delicious and delightful and fun and joyful, even if that's putting on your pajamas and watching some bad TV. I hope.
Wiley Women is a wellness brand that wants you to live your best midlife. Developed by a naturopath, they offer tinctures, supplements, and drink mixes. Wiley uses plant medicine and clinical studies to demystify and embrace the hormonal powers and hidden complexities of grown women from the inside. Female formulated and female founded. Plus, they offer free shipping and easy returns. I love the Unworried tincture, which has bacopa, holy basil, passion flower, and reishi. It helps calm my body and stops the spinouts. It reduces jitters and lightens my mood. Go to www.wileywomen.com and use code KATEH2O at checkout to get 20% off. That's www.wileywomen.com and use code KATEH2O for 20% off. Thanks again for listening to Your Magical Midlife. I'm Kate Higgins, and I've been your host. You can follow me on Instagram at Your Magical Midlife. You can check out my website, www.yourmagicalmidlife.com. I am offering a very special end of 2023 2-hour coaching session called The Appraisal. This is a personal process that I use every year for myself, and I'm offering it to you. You can go to my Instagram and look in the link tree. It is called The Appraisal. All the details are there. I'm so excited to be sharing this process. It has helped me tremendously close each and every year out, feeling good, feeling like I accomplished something, and forgiving myself for the places where I fell short. I hope it helps you, and I hope you check it out. Please remember to rate, like, and subscribe to this podcast. It does help keep me in those algorithms. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.